Okay, and we're live. Great. All right. So, hopefully you can see this. I'm gonna try to angle this a certain way so you can see it. So I'm on here doing this live. Me and Pika. I had my parrot out, so hopefully she doesn't cause too much of a ruckus. I was inspired to go live tonight. My daughter is teaching me how to play chess, and she is getting me to see the board and learning how the pieces move and things, and that got me to thinking maybe I should put a video out there about how I view my fretboard. Think you need to be able to view it in such a way that you see all the possibilities so that you can be as expressive as you want to be and as creative as you want to be. So what I'm doing here is this first chapter is going to be, okay, how do I get to the four chord, say in a blues setting, okay, or in a jazz setting. So the first thing we need to do is look at the harmony. All right, so this first clip tonight is going to be kind of short. I just want you to know in this one zone back here, 2 chords, and that's going to be the A7 and a D7. So pretty much your cowboy chords, okay? But these are essential because you want to know what these chord tones are, okay? That's real important. So for this A7, it's just going to be a 5th string open, and then it's going to be a 2 open, 2 open. And then for the D7, you should know these, but if you're looking at a video and you're interested to see how you go from 1 chord to a 4 chord in the blues, you should know these. But the next one's going to be a D open, then it's going to be a 2, 1, and a 2. So that's the first thing that you want to know, okay? And then obviously when you're playing through a blues, you can certainly go through your A minor pentatonic, right? And of course, your A blues scale, your A mixolydian, any of these that you might know, okay? Bryson, how you doing, buddy? How are you? Hey, what's up? So that's the first thing that you want to know, and of course you can play around that, okay? For example, if I were to accompany myself and play this, this might be... So it could be something like that, okay? And there are, of course, ways to get to the 4 chord that I'm going to talk about probably tomorrow night. If not tomorrow night, the next night, okay? But during the week, I'm going to throw some videos in. But the first thing you want to know is that A7 to that D7. Okay, so one thing I want to do tonight, though, before I leave you here is I want to talk about the chord tones and how effective they are, okay? So if I play the A7, I'm going to want to target certain notes. The C sharp, right? D7, I'm going to want to target that C. And then go back to the A7. At the A7, I got the G here, the C sharp, going to the A, all chord tones, 4 chord, D7. And then back to the A again. So I'm doing all of these chord tones right in this one little zone here. Now, it's going to be real important to know these chords and these chord tones and how to work them in with your blues, because I'm going to talk about a different concept tomorrow night. Notice every time I play and every time I play lines, I'm moving into the chord tone of the next chord. So I want you to start thinking that way, and I love that. That's great. That's great. Yeah, this is great. This is where it's at, right? These chord tones. Most of what we hear in our heads are chord tones, and then the other stuff that we hear in our heads, usually I can't speak for everyone. I know I can speak for myself. Are techniques that and vocabulary, a language that I'm going to go over during the next live, which is going to be a lot longer than this one, and I'll be able to answer questions. But like I said, we're going to tackle this zone by zone by zone, so that you can see how you can view the fingerboard, view all the possibilities and all the sounds that are at your fingertips, so you can be more expressive and more creative. And you're going to be able to do it like that, because I'm going to give you ways that you can look at this and actually practice it, study it, memorize it, and it probably won't be quite of a task as you think it is. But that's, again, to reiterate, step number one, the A7, knowing where your chord tones are, right? And then the D7, knowing where your chord tones are there as well. Now, real quick, also, if you don't know yet as well over this, you can also play, F sharp minor pentatonic, which is a major pentatonic, right? You can look at it that way. All right. So if you're not sure what to play over that, you can use that right there. Okay. And that kind of overlays itself over these chords here. Okay. So if you see how I'm playing this stuff here. 4 chord. Went to the C. Back to the 1 chord, A7. Back to C sharp. Okay, so knowing those chord tones are really essential there. And then going to the next chord tone, which is F sharp. Then going to the next chord tone here, which is G of the A. Playing a little bit more up this way, but I'm showing you that they're all chord tones and having a little fun in the process. So anyway, guys, look at the A7, the D7. Play over that a little bit, playing through the chord tones. Next time I get on here, it's going to be longer, and I'm going to share with you how I go from a 1 chord to a 4 chord, my favorite way. Anyway, and hopefully it'll inspire you a little bit and give you something else to think about. All right, Pika and I are out. Have a great night, everybody.